Chapter 11. Angering Wang Fei. Shock. Wang Fei, who was hiding within the door curtain, was full of shock at the moment. Wang San had actually lost, and so completely. Although Wang San's cultivation of the 7th level of Qi cultivation was nothing to him, he knew that Kang Chon only had a cultivation of the 1st level of Qi cultivation stage. How could he defeat Wang San so easily? Wang Fei's heart was not only shocked, but also puzzled. In front of him, Kang Chon. At this moment where there is still half a sign of waste, could it be that this waste has already succeeded in building the foundation? Although this guess is correct, but was immediately denied by Wang Fei, because a month ago Kang Chon's failure to build the foundation was something that everyone saw. Could it be that those people were blind? Wang Fei shook his head. He didn't have this time to consider this problem for the time being. Now that Kang Chon beat his men to death in front of him, he had to go out to seek justice. Otherwise his prestige among the Wang family's children would be gone in the future. After thinking about it, Wang Fei stood up and pulled open the door curtain with one hand. Outside the door curtain, a ruin, Kang Chon stood proudly with his arms crossed, a hint of mockery in his eyes as he looked disdainfully at the figure that walked out from within the door curtain. Wang Fei. Kang Chon secretly sneered. His guess was indeed not wrong. The only people in this Wang Fu who dared to target him like this were the 3rd elder's lineage. And as the 3rd elder and Wang Chon were concerned about their identities, they definitely didn't dare to do it personally, so it could only be Wang Chon's son, Wang Fei. Speaking of this Wang Fei, he was also a man of the moment amongst the Wang family's children. At a young age, he already had a cultivation of the 6th level of foundation establishment, and was the strongest person amongst the entire Wang family's children. Many family elders said that he had the chance to impact the Jiden stage in the future, which made his status much higher than all the other direct descendants of the Wang family. If it was before, Kang Chon was also very scornful of this person, but now, Kang Chon laughed coldly in his heart. Now he had the cultivation of the 3rd level of the foundation establishment stage. Although he was much inferior to Wang Fei in terms of cultivation, he had the confidence to fight with the other party. This might be the invincible dominance brought to him by Kang Chon's dominating blood. That was why at this moment, facing Wang Fei, Kang Chon still had a proud gaze and was strong and unyielding. This kid, Kang Chon's performance, made Wang Fei, who stepped out of the door curtain, frown. In his opinion, with his prestige among the Wang family's children, Kang Chon would have to lower his voice when he saw himself even. If he wasn't in awe, how could he suddenly become so courageous? But now is obviously not the time to consider this question. He looked aside at Wang San, who fell in the ruins and fainted to death. His brows furrowed. His face was a bit gloomy as he looked at Kang Chon and said in a deep voice, "Cousin Kang Chon, why did you injure Wang San for no reason at all? I'm afraid that if this is spread, it will make other people laugh at the lack of upbringing of my Wang family's children." Wang Fei was accustomed to being the king in the Wang family, and naturally carried an unquestionable dominance between his words, as if Kang Chon had really made some big mistake. "So it's cousin Wang Fei. Cousin, I had thought that there were some cats and dogs hiding in there." Kang Chon snorted at his words, swept a glance at Wang San on the ground, and coldly grunted. As for this kind of dog lackey, who does not distinguish between honor and inferiority, even if he dies, he deserves it. If the death or life of an underling can also involve the upbringing of my Wang family's children, then it is really a problem with the upbringing of my Wang family's children. You. Wang Fei was furious at his words. What, a cat or a dog? Wasn't this a blatant satire? He didn't expect Kang Chon to be so bold as to dare to taunt him to his face. In reality, it was also because Wang Fei was used to being raised in a dignified manner, thinking that the other Wang family children were just flat out first class compared to him. But Kang Chon didn't care. He didn't have a good face for the 3rd elder's lineage. Cousin Wang Fei, if there is nothing else, cousin will leave first. Kang Chon felt a great pain in his heart as he watched Wang Fei's face filled with anger. Want to leave? You injured my people, and you want to leave just like that? Wang Fei laughed back in anger as his chi of the 6th level of the Foundation establishment stage violently erupted out and swept towards Kang Chon on the opposite side. If he let Kang Chon leave so easily today, I'm afraid that his prestige among the Wang family's children would be swept away. What? Cousin wants to fight me? If I remember correctly, the family has a rule that those who make a move on the family's children without permission should be considered as a crime of treason. Does cousin want to make a trip to the law enforcement hall? Facing Wang Fei's aura impact, Kang Chon loomed large and looked at Wang Fei playfully, his eyes filled with mockery. Wang Fei was shocked at his words. He instantly snapped out of his violent anger. He had forgotten about this rule. It was set by his ancestors to prevent the family children from killing each other. If he really made a move against Kang Chon, I'm afraid that his grandfather, the 3rd elder, wouldn't be able to save him. This kid was deliberately provoking me earlier. Wang Fei was secretly furious in his heart, feeling that he had almost fallen for Kang Chon's trick. It seems that cousin is fine, so little brother will leave first. Oh, by the way, please trouble cousin to tell Wang San for me that if he doesn't deliver my supply of pills before sunset tomorrow, the next time it won't be as simple as losing an arm. After Kang Chon finished speaking, he did not look at the blue-faced Wang Fei at all and turned to leave. Boom! Along with Kang Chon's back as he left, a violent aura erupted with Wang Fei as the center. The powerful force shook the surrounding earth apart, and the entire house trembled. Kang Chon. Wang Fei gritted his teeth, his spiteful eyes staring fiercely at Kang Chon's departing back. At this moment, he really couldn't help but tear Kang Chon apart, but reason told him that now was not the time. And let you this wild seed get away for a while. Wait until the bar mitzvah in 2 months. I'll see who can still help you. Wang Fei snorted coldly and grabbed Wang San on the ground with one hand and rushed out. Although the parties involved in this dispute, Wang Fei and Kang Chon, did not mention it, but it was spread by the subordinates who had the intention to spread it, and soon it was even more so that the children of the royal family learnt about it, which caused a sensation at once. No one thought that Kang Chon failed to build the foundation, but also to practice Qi stage 1 layer of cultivation to defeat the practice Qi. Stage 7 layer of Wang San. This has to be said is a miracle. Of course, more importantly, the crowd was surprised that Kang Chon dared to hit Wang Fei in the face. How much courage and determination did this require? The matter had become so big that it had also naturally alarmed the higher echelons of the Wang Fu. Kang Chon's grandfather, Wang Tixiong, was naturally pleased and also warned Wang Fei's father, Wang Chon. The difference was that the 3rd elder was not surprised by this. He smiled and said to his son and grandson, "That little brute has failed to build the foundation 9 times. Although he has lost all his cultivation, the strength of his flesh body is getting stronger and stronger. Compared to now, it's not that much worse than the foundation establishment stage, so naturally he can defeat Wang San. But you guys don't worry, as long as he doesn't have foundation establishment, he will be kicked out of the family in 2 months. At that time, we can pinch him as much as we want." Wang Fei was secretly happy at his words. Now he could teach that wild seed a lesson. 3rd elder son Wang Chon, on the other hand, was a little worried. But father, will that old man, the patriarch, not care? HMPH. That old guy's words are still somewhat useful in the king's mansion. But besides the king's mansion, then this patriarch's words won't be useful. We can't do it. Can't we use a sword to kill someone? The 3rd elder sneered. Wang Chon and Wang Fei instantly revealed a sinister smile upon hearing this.